First and foremost, as you can see, this lighting in my mom's front door is excellent. Also, I'm drinking this delicious vegan protein smoothie. So I want to take some time to talk about a couple of different things. First of all, the channel is actually going to be changing a little bit. If you've been following this channel at all, if you have any interest in the Drewberry Muffins channel that I've been doing for a while now, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for watching the videos I've been doing. But I want to kind of gear shift a little bit as this new year has started, or whenever it is that you're watching this. It recently turned 2020 not very long ago. And I've always tried to do my comedy skits, the things that I found interesting, the things that maybe tickled me or whatever, made me laugh, that maybe made other people laugh. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I realized that also these discussion videos that I have where I talk about the things that I go through personally, or anxiety or bipolar disorder, or maybe you can hear the cat meowing right now at the door. I don't know. Talking about these things really helps relate with other people. And I want to kind of talk about that more. I want to kind of open up and get into more actual discussions and long form topics and stuff and videos like that, almost like somewhat blogging, if you will. And it's really become a thing that I realized other people have been enjoying it more, and I've connected with people more doing it. So just doing the comedy skits is very exclusive, I guess you could say, because it's only going to be people who like the comedy or whatever, who feel it, they get it, or it's their type of taste or whatever. And I don't want to try to exclude a lot of people. I've always wanted my channel to be a mixture of different things. So, as I said, from now on, there's going to be more of these type of videos, and sprinkle the comedy skits in. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. Either way, if you do enjoy the videos that I do, make sure, if you haven't yet, click the subscribe button and also share the videos. Share, comment, it really helps build it up. So with all that said, all that out of the way, I'm going to get to the point of what this one's going to be kind of talking about. So first of all, I am going to start wanting to get more people involved, doing actual like sit downs and talks about different topics in our videos. If you're interested, Drewberry Muffins, DREWBERRY MUFFNS, no I, on any social media, Tumblr, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. So find me on any of those, or Facebook, Andrew Douglas Lane. You can find me on there, and message me. And maybe we can get together if you're local or something, or we can work something out if you're willing to travel a little bit. I'm in Central North Carolina, and we can get together and actually discuss things together, whatever it may be, mental health topics or certain things that you might have been through. I'd like to have people actually tell their story a little bit and get it on camera, because that's kind of what I'm trying to get to right now. I feel like journaling or video logging your experiences, whether you post them or not, is an excellent way to let things out, an excellent way to get things out of your system. And I say that because, sorry, the cat's still going crazy. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I've realized that it helps me a lot. It really does. It helps me to it feel like it's almost therapy, because as a person with bipolar disorder, I don't know if any of this happens to you guys, but I walk around, I pace, I talk to myself. I'm not gonna lie, I know it sounds crazy, but it kind of helps me think things out to me. Like, I kind of answer my own questions, if that makes any sense. I'll kind of walk around the house and just kind of blah, 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 talking out what's happening to me currently at the time. And in a way, I find resolution with myself. Now, I know, again, to some people, you're like, wow, what a lunatic, that's crazy. But for some of us, it actually really works. And some of us talk to ourselves a lot. Not in the sense like, hey, can you hear me? Yeah, and responding to yourself. But more or less, wow, the cat's actually really trying to get in here. Anyways, sorry. More or less, I do apologize, by the way, this isn't a very well put together video, but I'm just trying to make the point. It just seems to help to think out loud in a Sherlock Holmes way, almost. And, hold on. Come on, beat it. I'm going to get to you in a second. Anyway, sorry. Somebody's going to flag me like, animal cruelty. I apologize that that first whole chunk of that video or whatever was slightly distracted, but the cat just wouldn't stop. But I can't let go of this scenery because the light's just too nice and my mom's house is real colorful. Anyway, so yeah. With that being said, if you do happen to talking out loud helps you in any kind of way, helping you think through things or whatever, if you just happen to do that a lot, or maybe you meditate, or if you have some religious beliefs and you take that time for prayer or whatever, get in front of the camera like this, talking things out. I'm going to be honest with you, some of the videos I've done of me talking things out loud to myself, it's helped a lot. I can't really tell you exactly why. Maybe it's just hearing your own problems out loud, or hearing things you've experienced or go through out loud. It just seems to help give you some type of relief. I hate to be graphic here, but kind of like blowing a good load during some good old you-know-what. It's like letting out the issues. And I just feel like even if you never post it, I only post these things because, like I said, I feel like it's a good way to relate to other people. I also feel like the more open you are, yes, it makes you vulnerable, but the more you put your actual self out there and the things that you go through, not only do you take the chance of connecting with other people or sharing experiences that can develop into wonderful relationships and friendships and things like that, but also it gives the opportunity for if people maybe think there's something about you that makes them want to be a part of your life, a friend or whatever, maybe more, they get to already kind of see what they're getting into. That doesn't mean they're going to use it correctly or wisely, and they might even try to use it against you. But it still gives you that opportunity, and I think that's pretty important. So there's that aspect. And yes, of course, you could say, well, if people know what your problems are, they can try to harm you or something or cause you. Yeah, that can happen in any capacity. But at least if you're honest and open, it gives a better chance for real connections. Okay, so there's that. But it's also, I realized, like I said, doing these videos has helped me out handfuls of times. And I think that even if you're not good at vocalizing or speaking things out loud in front of a camera, if it bothers you, makes you nervous to do that. And again, you can do these privately and just keep them personally one-on-one with you and yourself. And it really works out. It does. I think that you'll start to be able to look back over it and kind of hear things that you talked about and maybe work through some stuff with yourself. For people like me, who are not really huge on actual therapists. Not that I don't respect therapists. I believe that therapy is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful tool. But I personally, I'm too self-aware, and I'm not trying to say it like I'm special or nothing, but talking to somebody I don't know, and I'm paying money to sit there and listen to me basically and tell me anything I kind of want to hear, and or try to help me through things, even if they genuinely care and are genuinely trying to help. I do better meeting people at random or people that I already know and trust, or doing things like this. So I don't know why, in some weird way, I'm not into therapy all that much. I just rather actually meet people and have conversations with people I think are going to be a consistent part of my life that's not a paid employee, basically, you could say. So there's that. But like, if you're not into that type of thing, this actually really helps. But if you don't want to talk, and like I said, you're not good at vocalizing, try writing things down. Use a journal. I have arthritis, and writing doesn't do super well with me. That's why I do videos like this, or I've always voice record on Facebook or wherever when I'm sending messages to people. And a lot of people, it gets on their nerves because everybody likes to text nowadays. People don't like to speak. So you get a notepad that you really know where you're going to keep it at, keep it somewhere trusty or whatever, and get a nice pen. I prefer a fine tip because it's nice and neat and flowy. And just write out what you're feeling, moment for moment, categorize it. It may even give you something to organize and feel like you have control of. And I'm telling you, it'll work. That or this type of video journaling, however you do it, I'm telling you, it'll help you in so many ways that you wouldn't even understand right off the bat. It's like having to bounce back and forth with yourself, and it helps you really get out a lot. It helps you get out a lot of stress. Like I said, being able to hear back and think through things, sometimes it helps you work out things you didn't even realize there were solutions to in your own words. And again, when you put it, if you do decide to put it out there, which I do want to encourage people to do things like this, it gives you, again, if you're watching this and somehow we're connecting or you're getting ideas or something bouncing off of me, that right there is my point. You put yourself kind of out there in a way where even if you're rambling, it feels like you're rambling sometimes, like when I do these videos. Some people still want to hear it. Some people still see where you're coming from, and they feel a connection. And it's nice to know that somebody knows what you're going through, even if it's not identical. It always feels so good in this human condition to know that somebody out there has the tiniest pinch of understanding of whatever it is that you feel, whatever it is that you're personally going through, or whatever. It just feels good. It's like the connection of cuddling with somebody. There's a sense of some type of almost mental affection there, where you're like, hey, the people around me sometimes make me feel kind of crazy, or I feel crazy and too scared to talk to them or whatever, but this person seems to be just like me. So we're not actually crazy, we're just different, or we have our own personal things that make us who we are, and sometimes we just get insecure and scared to talk about them. So I'm serious, give it a shot. Again, even if you don't post it, even if you keep them purely to yourself, try making little self-reflection videos where you speak out what you're going through, or journal. Get into a journal and write things out and just try to express whatever it is you're feeling. I know it sounds cliche, but it does work. I promise you, it really helps a lot. And more so, I'll touch on it in another video. But get out there and maybe do a little bit of walking. Because walking and kind of chit-chatting to yourself, yes, you might look kind of crazy sometimes. Put some headphones in and pretend you're on the phone. I've done it before. It sounds sad to some people. Regardless, you can laugh. It does still work. You let you get kind of by with it, or maybe it looks like you're singing lyrics to a song. If you want to, you can talk out your problems while you groove a little bit. I don't know. If it works, try it. But walk, get outside, get some fresh air, get your serotonin going, and just let out what's inside. Keeping things bottled up is a dangerous game for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're the strong silent type. If you're going through stuff, you need to get it out. You could die any moment. What good does it do you to keep it all bottled up? This is just some of my thoughts this week or right now. I hope you guys made it this far, and if I bored you to death, I'm sorry. And we'll see what happens in the next videos. Again, I can't stress enough. The FedEx guy just looked at me like I was a psycho standing here talking to my phone. Anyway, I cannot stress enough. Please contact me if you want to do a video together. If you want to have a discussion like this or something, if you want to tell your story, I would love that. It would make things more exciting for this channel. I'm not going to pay you anything. I'm sorry. I'll give you hugs. I might even give you a kiss on the cheek. Those are nice. Those are free. Those are fun. We might even rub noses. I don't care. I'll pay you somehow in that way, but no money. I might even make you a delicious treat of some kind. Who knows? And maybe we could cuddle. Depends. I mean, if I'm in a relationship by then, maybe not. Probably not. But if not, we're good to go. So hit me up. Let's talk. Again, this is just me, some guy boring people to death. I don't want any credit for anybody who, if somehow this video helps you in any kind of way, I really appreciate that. I love when I get those messages, but I don't know. Praise makes me feel icky for some reason. I don't know why. I like recognition in the sense of what it's done for you, but I don't want to be treated like I'm something special. So that's the whole thing. We're not doing this kind of stuff for ego. We're doing this for experience and connection. So catch you guys later. Have a good one. I want to finish by saying this. That is my whole purpose now, is to reveal the rawest of me that I can, and hopefully in some way it helps you want to do that with yourself, because I can assure you, while I struggle and I still constantly, daily, I'm going through mental health things, this is kind of making life a little more fun and a little better. Hey, philosophy, right? You'll have a good one.